Welcome to historic downtown Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Mount Pleasant is the county seat of Henry County, Iowa. The population was 9,274 in 2020. The first permanent settlement at Mount Pleasant was made in 1833. Mount Pleasant was incorporated as a town in 1842 and again in 1851. In 1869, Mount Pleasant was the site of a solar eclipse expedition under the command of James Craig Watson and sponsored by a magazine called the National Almanac. The total solar eclipse occurred on August 7, 1869. We just walked past Henry County's courthouse. The county's first courthouse was built in 1839. A larger courthouse was built in 1871, and this present courthouse that you see was built in August of 1914. There are many historic buildings in the downtown area of Mount Pleasant. One of those that we see here on the corner is the Louisa Building. It was completed in 1901. It's a two-story brick building with a transitional design between the Italianate architecture style and the neoclassical architecture style that would become popular in the mid 1900s. This gray building in front of us is the Henry County Savings Bank. The building was built in the early 19th century. This two-story brick building on the corner is the National State Building. It's a historic building that was built in the late 19th century. We're now walking past the former Pleasant Public Library building. This is a historic building in the downtown area. The library here was established in 1875. The community applied to Andrew Carnegie for a grant to build a new building, which was accepted in January 1903. They were initially granted $10,000 and then they were given a further $2,500 to build the library. This ornate theater that we see in front of us is referred to as the Masonic Temple Theater. It's also been called the Temple Twin Theaters, and in 2013, the name was changed to the Main Street Cinemas. This is a historic building in the downtown area of Mount Pleasant. It was built in 1923, and it combined both commercial and fraternal functions into one building. The theater company paid for the construction of the lower level, and the Masons paid for the upper level. The Masons continued to occupy the space until 1989 when they moved to another facility. The ornate four-story brick building that you see in front of us is known as the Union Block Building. It was built in 1869. In this building, Arabella A. Mansfield became the first woman in the United States to be awarded a license to practice law. She had passed the bar exam with high scores and won a court case for her entry to the bar. The legislature changed its statute because of that. The third floor of the Union Block housed the Opera Theater or Union Hall, a gathering place for the community. It attracted national speakers who were on tour at the time, including abolitionist Frederick Douglass, Sojourner Truth, and Anna Dickinson. James Harlan also spoke there as he was president of Iowa Wesleyan College in the town and later was elected several times to the United States Senate. This brick building here is called the Harlan House Hotel. It's a historic building in the downtown area. It's associated with James Harlan, the first Republican to represent Iowa in the United States Senate from 1855 to 1872. He was also Secretary of the Interior right after the Civil War from 1865 to 1867. His daughter Mary was the wife of Robert Todd Lincoln, President Abraham Lincoln's only surviving son. Harlan built the oldest part of this building as his house in 1857. After his career as a senator, he could no longer afford the house, and he bought another house in Mount Pleasant. Harlan built the first addition onto this old house and converted it into a hotel so he could support himself. He added onto the hotel two more times in 1880 and in 1892.